Okay. All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. Okay, so here we are. I fixed all my problems. Okay, not all my problems. I got more problems. But I've overcome all of the obstacles to my stream today, which were considerable and more than usual. Meanwhile, Gryfflet has been spending his time over the last couple weeks here in the Cliving kitchen just in case they needed help, as it looked to him like there was far too much food on this table, and he thought he might be able to help out with that. Anyway, welcome everybody. Thank you for your patience, those of you who have lingered here. We will we'll try to get going. Thank you. Druid's Fire has offered to let me take up a little bit of her time. I might take you up on that, Druid's Fire, a little bit. We'll see how things go as we continue our investigations here in Cliving, which is where Gryfflet finished last time. He's kind of in the middle of several quest lines, so I'm going to have to try to remember exactly where he's going. Sam, yeah, I got 99 problems, but streaming ain't one. That's right. That's right. Yeah, just listen to that album a couple weeks back. Ice-T. Yeah. I'm up to 1998, by the way, in my attempted comprehensive review of the history of rap music, so I'm getting there. All right. So anyway, here in the kitchens, I'm still trying to understand this. What's she doing? Why is this one lady crouched down as if is she stalking him? Is she, slacking off and hoping he won't notice if she hides behind the crates? What exactly is her plan? I mean, maybe she's, kneeling down to examine the artichokes. I suppose that's possible, but she could be a fishmonger in disguise, JJ. Can't rule it out. She might be a minion of the fishmonger, probably one of her collectors of data. Yeah, because I'm telling you, again, maybe she's attending in some kind of wholesome and innocent way to the artichokes, like one does with artichokes, right? I mean, you don't want to try anything sketchy with artichokes, obviously, but again, I mean, her whole posture here just seems to me like... I think it's because the posture she's in is exactly the same posture that, the Dunedain, all NPCs who are, crouching down and looking at something from hiding use. And so, therefore, it just looks like she sort of looks like a lioness waiting to pounce upon the the chief cook over here. Yeah. Anyway, she looks like she's writing sad love sonnets about Kettlegat. It's possible. Maybe she's looking longingly in his direction. I don't know. I mean, he should be so lucky, but but I have no idea. Okay, yeah, and it's possible that she's examining the artichokes to see if it's really the design she saw in a gazebo somewhere. Very, very likely. Very likely. Okay, so what am I returning? I need to get access to the kitchens, but I'm in the kitchen already.
Brings you to these lands.
Okay. The kitchen is restricted from most commoners. Like I'm most commoners. On occasion, Athelward's visitors or the riders... hang on a second. I meant to do this. Let's, so that y'all can read it. More or less. Okay, it's maxed. All right. On occasion, Athelward's advisors, or the riders, are invited to have a meal prepared or to borrow some ingredients. No one has entered that would arouse suspicion. But then again, I cannot imagine anyone who would want to harm the Reeve. I know! He's such a lovely fellow, isn't he? Right? I can't imagine anybody. I mean, okay. Never mind. I mean, they know, right? They know that he just fought a duel with the young, Thane of Elfingels and who died under suspicious circumstances thereafter. And they can't think of anybody who might possibly want to harm the Reeve. Okay. The only people normally in the kitchen are Eldora and myself. Eldora is a young girl who helps me with cleaning the kitchen, yet she has been acting strangely. Leaving the kitchen without notice. Oh, dear. Okay. Eldora, the cook's aide, has been acting strangely. Okay, which one is she? Is she here? Let's see. No. Oh, okay. I don't get a floaty name for her, huh? Unless she's upstairs. Okay. Well, so I've got to go back and talk to, what's his name about this? Walnut. It could be her counting artichokes. I mean, that is a pretty strange activity, I suspect. I would find it suspicious. But yeah. Let's see. As I recall, Walnut is back over this way.
Our mission is dire.
Okay, most citizens of Cliving would have a difficult time sneaking into the kitchen unnoticed. Okay, you'll keep her in mind as a potential suspect. Shouldn't we talk to her? Yeah. No. You're not going to ask me to talk to her. Okay, what do I know about investigation? All right, so I have to talk to Athelward eventually to bite the bullet. Though, you know, maybe I shouldn't prejudge. Maybe everybody else is wrong, and he's really a stand-up guy. I got to talk to Guard Captain Theodmar about the dagger. Oh, right, the bloody dagger I found non-suspiciously. That is, good thing no suspicion could ever possibly come upon me, the stranger new to town, who claimed to just happen across a dead body in town. Right? Okay, and then I've got to talk to Ondesdal, Malbeort's neighbor, about who she saw. Right, okay. And he's the corpse. Right, Malbeort. Okay. So, whoa. Oh, yeah, that's right. I don't get anything helpful. And I've got another frivolous disputes thing to do. So hang on a second. Let's mount up with our town mount. And oh yeah, there's that guy. Here's the frivolous disputes fellow.
Our mission is dire.
Your work seems much quieter now that some of these trivial disputes have been settled. Okay, perhaps now the nobles might consider the desperate situation that we find ourselves in and look at their neighbors as allies rather than enemies. The guard has more important matters to attend to than solving petty squabbles. Hey, no problem. Okay. Great. Let's see. Okay, I see Danthamon. As what's your favorite home area? What do you mean by home area exactly? Okay, I think, as I recall, doesn't the corpse live over here? Malbeort, the dude who could have helped us with figuring out the poison. You mean like character home area, like Shire versus?
Our mission is dire.
Oh, here we go. Let's see. He offers treatment and advice to so many. Oh, housing area. Right. Okay, housing area. I have a house in the dwarf area in Thorin's Gate because I really admire that. I really like the landscape there. Let's see. Yeah, I haven't spent too much time in lots of different housing areas. I mean, I've been in most of them, I think, and I haven't haven't done the premiums yet. I mean, that is, I don't myself use the premiums. So, I mean, those are gorgeous. I mean, those are absolutely amazing. So I'm thinking, of the standard ones, I like the Shire, but I also I really like Thorin's Gate. When I was there, it was just something about the Thorin's Gate one that I really liked. So, yes, Gryfflet has been to has Gryfflet been to Belfast? Wiggin has been to Belfast. That one is really, really nice. I love that one. Anyway, sorry. Here I am trying to honest doll, keeping her waiting. I myself have not seen him since early afternoon. Yeah, well, I can tell you why. Prior to that, a few people visited him. A young girl who works in the kitchens. Oh dear. One of Theodmar's riders, and that old fool Wigfugal. Wigfugal in particular has seemed very troubled and has been visiting almost daily. Okay. So the young girl from the kitchens. It's all coming together. However, my quest text does not seem to be interested in that coincidence. But, you know, I suppose it's quite possible. And I'm just supposed to go straight back and talk to Walnut about that, right? Okay.
Our mission is dire.
Ondisdal discussed several people who... Right, This Wigfugal in particular struck her as most unusual. What did old Wigfugal discuss with Malbiort? And that's all you got for me, huh? Okay. So, time to go to... Wait a second. What's up with her? She didn't have a quest arrow or a quest ring before, did she?
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Okay, may I ask a favor of you? I am worried about a young man named Randgar, who lives on a farm outside of Cliving. I've heard countless stories of crofters coming under siege from fearsome orcs and other beasts, and I pray that Randgar remains yet safe. I care deeply for Randgar, but my father will not allow me to see him. This sounds like something I should absolutely get involved with. He knows that Randgar is poor and believes he is unworthy of our concern. Visit his farm and ensure his safety. I love Randgar, but I would rather he flee to Edoras than come to harm for my sake. Okay, well, checking on his safety doesn't seem too sketchy. Maybe I should just do that. Meanwhile... Oh, let's see, Danthamon, what's my favorite expansion? Well, I'm a couple expansions behind. I mean, I have the expansions and everything. I just haven't gotten up to them yet. But, I mean, I really have enjoyed what I have seen of Mordor so far. I thought that was really cool. I mean, I think for its, like, momentousness, it's hard to beat the, like, Minas Tirith expansion, the Gondor expansion. That was huge. I mean, thinking back, gosh, each one of them was so exciting, right? I mean... The Moria expansion, the Rohan expansion, but I think all of the of all the expansions, the one that I have most keenly anticipated was the Gondor one, so that I could finally see Minas Tirith, and other places as well. But I think that's the one of all of the ones that have come out. That's been the one that I've been most excited about. Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the Northern Dwarves, too. I think the opportunity to explore, like, other dwarf cultures and things is really neat. I think that's a really fun kind of creative opportunity and something I really look forward to. Sam trying to bait me. I shall not rise to it, Sam. I shall not. Okay.
Will you aid the horse
One of the men in
lords?
my command, Swithorn, reported that his dagger had gone missing. Oh, and it's turned up in a corpse. That's always awkward. I have been rather lenient with Swithorn about the matter, for his mind is clouded with grief. His elder brother was slain by orcs just outside of Elthingels when Athelward gave orders that we abandon the defenses there in order to protect Cliving. Oh, right. Abandon the defenses of Elthingels. Great idea. Oh, man. This guy is a piece of work. Okay, Swithorn, huh? Am I meant to just, yeah. Okay, I'm meant to just tell Walnut about that. All right, I'll return to Walnut one more time here before I go in and talk to the Reeve. Okay, it's fine. So the Gondor, Gondor wasn't technically an expansion. I understand. Actually, no. I mean, I kind of understand, but I forget about these things. To me, I just think about the major areas of expansion, whether or not it counts as an update or an expansion, like a quest pack or an expansion. I've never really been able to tell the difference.
Our mission is
okay.
dire.
Okay, do not like what you've learned thus far. No, I don't suspect he harbors a grudge against the Reeve. Well, I mean, he might. The Reeve is extremely grudgeable. But yeah, let's learn more. Let's maybe interview the kitchen girl.
The Rohirrim have need of your
Okay,
services.
3 primary suspects. The soldier Swithorn, okay, not a great suspect. The cook's assistant Eldora, a better suspect. And the old man Wigfugal, though I am of course suspecting the Reeve of the whole thing. Each was seen visiting Malbiort and may have killed him to cover their attempted poisoning. But you're still making this assumption from the beginning. You're a terrible investigator. You've been paramount to our progress in this investigation. Hey, you know, I'm the only one saving you from your utter incompetence. Interrogating these individuals will prove crucial. Thank you for leaving it to me. Swithorn should be among the Rohirrim near the mead hall. Wigfugal resides at an estate to the northwest, and Eldora's home can be found near the west entrance to Cliving. Okay. All right. Let's interrogate the suspects. Let's go to Swithorn first. Yeah, neurotic anarchy. Our mission is dire is a slightly odd, repeated refrain in that way. Because like it's just a little bit weird for people to be saying, you know, who are not on any kind of mission at all. But
What brings you to these lands?
see, that one is better. What brings you to these lands is better. Okay. Captain Theodmar told me of the circumstances involving Malbiort and my dagger. I understand your reason to suspect me. Sort of, man. I don't really suspect you. But I can assure you that I had nothing to do with his murder. My weapon was likely taken from me in order to draw suspicion towards me and away from the real killer. Seems much more likely to me, dude. On the night that Malbiort's life was taken, I was patrolling the city perimeter with other guards. Had I left to visit his home, my absence would have been very strongly noticed. Okay. I've been grieving the loss of my brother, yet as I have explained to Theodmar, I do not blame the Reeve for his death, though maybe you should. I respect Athelward greatly, maybe you shouldn't, and I understand his decision must have been a difficult one. Yeah, maybe. I'm an honorable man, and these despicable crimes are below me. Okay, man. Good. I'm content. I mean, you own what probably is the murder weapon, though we've only found that a dagger somewhere in the city went missing, and another one showed up as the murder weapon, which is not exactly, you know, like a ballistic match or something, but whatever. I think it's fine. So yeah, I think he's a terrible suspect. Let's see. So where's okay, all right, they're both over in this direction vaguely. Oop, hang on. Went the wrong way. Gotta go around these houses and out into the field. Okay. Let's see. Where is... Hello, everybody. Uh-oh. More winding roads. Oh, here he is. Wigfugal. Okay, so you have come under suspicion for no other reason than that you regularly visited the apothecary, which you might have done for reasons of your own. So I don't really suspect you very much either.
We keep safe these lands. For how long?
I was visiting Malbiort for treatment to the terrible nightmares I began having shortly after my son and his family lost their lives. His croft was raided and burned in the first orc assaults, and still Athelward has refused to defend those helpless families outside the city walls. I know, jerk, right? It is true I harbor no love for the Reeve. Who would, after such a heartless decision? Yet I would not resort to poisoning him. Consider for a moment how a citizen such as myself would have access to the Reeve's kitchen. Yeah, I have considered that, man. I thought you were a terrible suspect from the beginning. No hard feelings. Now, I'm not all keen on the kitchen girl either. She seems to probably be involved. I think she could be an accomplice. But I don't think she necessarily stabbed the dude. Hi. Which translation of Beowulf would I recommend? Well, bias. You could, I mean, Tolkien's translation is kind of fun. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard for me to not recommend that one, because, of course, it's especially interesting. But I have to admit, it is primarily interesting to me as a Tolkien person, right? Because Beowulf is so important to Tolkien, and so to see, when you see his translation of Beowulf, it's really cool, because it helps you to understand his like how he was reading all these things, and therefore, yeah. But anyway, so that's the one I read most. Okay.
What brings you to these lands?
Okay. Yes, you've heard the rumors. Okay. Explain your actions. Okay, let's hear it. I'm all ears. I've been taking care of the injured man you see before us, Freystan. He was wounded in battle and is greatly impaired. I care greatly for Freystan, though he knows it not, and I have been overseeing his aid through medicinal herbs that Malbeort has provided for us. I've been here frequently, thus my absence from the kitchen. All right. It is true that no one can account for my whereabouts when the crimes were committed, but I know that I have no more reason to harm Athelward than anyone else in town. Furthermore, Malbeort was helping me to treat Freystan, and I would never have wished harm to come upon him. Okay. All right. Great. I think she's the best suspect of the three still, but there's still, like, no good reason to suspect any of them. Okay. Hey, Rosie, I'll answer your question. Why do the dwarves keep their language to themselves? Great question. So, why? Why is a tricky question. It is sort of... Uh-oh, we're skating. We're skating. There we go. What are we actually suspecting anyone of doing? So, Phil, there was the poison, and then Malbeort got killed. Like, so we were trying to figure out what the poison was and why it was in the kitchens, because people were suspecting, foolishly, that somebody was trying to poison the Reeve. That was the conclusion that people were coming to. That was the premise upon which they began, right? And so then we went to Malbeort to find out more information about this poison, only to find that he had been silenced by somebody. And now we're trying to solve Malbeort's murder as well. So we've got the dude who has motive but no alibi. We have the dude who has, like, no motive and no opportunity to commit the poisoning crime. And we have the woman with opportunity but no motive for either case. This is a terrible investigation, Walnut. Swithorn claims to have witnesses, right? He has an alibi. Eldora seems to be lacking a motive, and Wigfugal would like us to consider his lack of access to the restricted kitchen. Okay, action must be taken. Yeah, okay. We must apprehend a guilty party? None of them are guilty, obviously, dude. You're such a bad investigator. So has anybody actually been poisoned? No. This is like the original crime is like conspiracy to commit poisoning, as far as I understand. And that's, yeah. Which again, like, is a faulty premise from the beginning. And nobody is connecting the obvious dots, right? Of the mysterious poison found in the Reeves kitchen and the poisoning, the mysterious death by poisoning of the young Thane of Elthingeld, who just died in single combat of poison with the Reeve. Yeah. Just poison him yourself. I might have to take matters into my own hands. I've got to apprehend one of these people? Okay, so I have had one alt who has played through most of Rohan so far, got stuck at Hitbold, and where that alt still is, actually, permanently stuck in Hitbold. So I'm uncertain. And I never resolved this, I think, because I didn't complete Hitbold. I remember coming to this quest before and being powerfully confused because I did not want to arrest any of these people. But I'm being forced to. Like, are there, like, serious consequences of arresting these people? Am I going to get an alternative if I hold off? Yeah, I mean, Ginger, I think clearly the Reeve is guilty, and I want to bring Athelward to justice. And I don't want to, convict. Yeah, I've heard that Hitbold was revamped, and I'm willing to give it another shot. I got some strong emails about this subject when I declared my intention of not doing Hitbold. But of course, if it takes doing Hitbold to convict Athelward, then I'm totally willing. Okay, so if I finish Hitbold, if I pick the wrong one and finish Hitbold, okay, no permanent problem. Okay, but I still have to, like, wrongfully incarcerate one of these poor people. Alright, well, I'm going to talk to Athelward. Okay. Yeah, Gryfflet might need help with Hitbold when it comes to it, but we'll see. But I won't come to it yet for some time, right? He's got his 2 daughters over here. That's a good look. Hey there, I've heard lots of horrible things about you, Athelward. Yeah, let's hear your... Yes, what goes on in this area?
You have done well.
The Norcrofts are the grazing lands of Rohan, flat and treeless, and they have been subject to burning by frequent orc raids. They are my responsibility, which I am wantonly turning my back on. Okay. Yeah, I see, except I don't. Thane, Mildirith distrusts you.
Thank you for your help.
Yeah. Oh, the impetuousness of youth. I wish her son had not besmirched my honor, but I could not allow such a challenge to go unanswered, so I had to poison him. I hope his mother comes to understand that my hands were tied and I had no choice but to feloniously poison her son. So why did you take his daughter?
You have done well.
Mildirith is too overcome by grief to do right for her daughter. Oh, that's wonderful. Let alone her town, which is why I stopped defending it. It was simply the right thing to do. It is my hope that in the future, Mildirith and I can come to an agreement that will allow for the care of Siflot in more satisfactory fashion. That is so creepy, Athelward. Oh my goodness. You are horrible.
Welcome to Cliving, friends from afar.
Yeah. You are Athelward, Reeve of the Norcrofts, and Thane of Cliving. Well, thank you for offering me your hospitality. I'm totally bringing you down, man. Okay, what happened to her should not have happened to any lady of Rohan. Losing first her husband and then her son. You should have been more understanding. Yeah, I understand. I did not know his wound would fester in such a way. How would I know that the poison that I applied to my blade would actually work? I would have it back if I could. Oh, sure you would. Taking young Siflat as my ward seemed the kindest thing to do. Yeah, I bet. I will answer any questions of yours. Oh, will you? I've got some pointed questions for you, buddy. Okay, help Guthred, the captain of your guard, with his duties. Are you going to send me off on like a Rosencrantz and Guildenstern mission or something? Yes, Ethelod says you can almost hear him pausing creepily before saying, "Yeah, an arrangement that is more satisfactory." Yeah, exactly. Ugh, man. And his daughter standing right there. Gosh. Whew. Okay. Man, I want nothing to do with that guy. Okay, alright, I'm supposed to talk to Siflad. Can I steal her away? Can we, like, sneak her back to her mom? In hiding? Uh-oh, I'm skating again. Oh, there we go. Alright. Let's see if we can find Siflad and move that along. Oh, and I guess I'll have to arrest somebody. Okay, I think I'm going to arrest the guard. Because if I arrest Eldora, I mean, she sounds like she's legitimately treating that guy who will probably die if I take her into prison. So that would be bad. That other dude is like totally out of nowhere, guilty of nothing other than visiting the apothecary occasionally. So like of the three of them, the guard who, I mean, is assuming that it actually is his knife, he's the best suspect of the three terrible suspects. And it will probably do less damage to him and to others if I take him wrongfully into imprisonment for a while. So I'm going to go with him.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
No, I don't believe Swithorn to be the culprit, but I've got to imprison somebody. I'll try to make it up to him somehow. Talk to him in the dungeon? Okay. Okay. This is awful. I hate being railroaded into a false accusation. I have to say, I dislike that. At least, there could have been, like, at least one good suspect. Where's the dungeon? Isn't the dungeon around the side? Oh, it's around the other side. That's the problem. At least there could have been good suspects. I would have liked to have been led to genuinely to believe that, oh, there it was, that one of these dudes was guilty, and then only discover that, like, they were really only the pawn of the true culprit. Hey, man, I'm sorry. I am.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
It was a costly mistake to allow my dagger to slip from my possession, but never would I use it against any of the people of Cliving. Okay. I ask you to remember all that has transpired and all that has been revealed. I will wager that the criminal will act again in time and that justice will be upheld. Okay, well, I'm glad you're taking it well, dude. I'm sorry. Walnut, you moron.
Our mission is dire.
We will hold him as we gather more evidence. I believe you have made a wise decision until we receive his confession. I hope that doesn't mean you're planning to torture him. Swithorn's motive and access to the kitchens make him a logical choice. Well, fine.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
You owe me a deep grit of data. This is all a sham, man. You don't owe me anything. Reeve Athelward has sent word that he would personally like to thank you. Oh, would he? Oh, I'm keen for this. Oh, man, I get a detective rank for like a title for this? That is so undeserved. So undeserved. I could not, like, possibly have the face to apply the detective title to myself after this travesty of justice that I have directly participated in. I didn't even notice that the prisoner was saying, "What business do you have with the Rohirrim?" That's okay. It's still better than our mission is dire. That would have been... I mean, his situation is dire, I suppose. In service to Reeve Athelward. I resent the title of that quest. I could not be more pleased with the results of the investigation. Of course you couldn't. To think that a coward would threaten my life with poisons rather than face me with their grievances in person. It sickens me. Oh, you are too much. We must put these matters behind us, for further turmoil yet lies ahead for me and my people, which you seem bound and determined to cause. Receive this reward, and please consider helping us further. Oh, I'll help you, all right. Oh, I gotta select a reward, sorry. Failed Assassin's Ring. Walnut's Pants? I don't want Walnut's Pants. Kidding, I wouldn't wear that dude's pants. Well.
I need your help.
Okay, you've already proven yourself capable of managing important and challenging tasks. Oh, get over yourself. So it is with confidence that I entrust you with an errand of utmost significance. I can't wait. My primary thought is always to keep safe the... Oh, yeah, always. Yet I simply have not the riders at my disposal to scour each corner and crevice of my land for the threat of these invading armies. I can't be bothered to actually defend my lands, but... I've given orders for my people to retreat into Cliving or to flee south to Edoras. Those within the city walls will be protected, and everyone else you don't care about. Many of the crofters have either not received the call or failed to realize the seriousness. Ride to them and make certain... Convince them to evacuate? Well, I guess I might as well, since you've turned your back on them, you loser.
I need you to do this.
We must give warning to travelers that the Norcrofts is no longer safe. Okay, post warnings along the road. Okay. I'm sure the orcs won't take those down or anything. Fine. And then...
I need your help.
Your riders have spoken with you about a section of the Norcrofts between Cliving and Elfingels. They have branded the red fields for the blood-stained grasses that have become an all-too-common sight there because you're not helping. These plains are so dangerous due to the ever-present threat of mounted orc archers. Even the most seasoned rider can be struck with an unlucky or unexpected arrow. Clear as many of the mounted... Okay, no problem. Be happy to do that. Well, not really, as mounted mounted archers are just about my least favorite kind of mob, but I can still help out there. Okay. Okay, hang on. Rosie, sorry, I've gotten all distracted by, this detective quest. But now I'm going to... Oh, wait, hang on. So, Rosie, I'm going to head down to Siflad, talk to her, and then I'm going to head out back into the fields and do some, charging around and, killing folks. So, during then, I will resume my discussion, which I distracted myself from, about the secrecy of dwarf language. Haven't forgotten. Well, okay, I did forget for a while, but I've remembered again. That's probably a better way to... a more honest way to describe it. And did I already do my milestone here? Yep, I did. Great. Okay. I'm looking for Siflad now. Let's see if I could finish this off by smuggling her out of Cliving and back to her mother. That would be fantastic, and I would feel like I accomplished something. Okay, hey Siflad. Looking... Where are we looking? Uh-huh. Looking out towards your home. Hey, Siflad, you want out of
I saw
here?
you coming to Cliving from afar, and I wondered what your story might be.
Oh dear. You tell Siflad that you have come from her mother in Elfingels, and that Mildrith worries about her. My poor mother, I miss her. Some days I miss her terribly, but knowing that she is still at home eases that ache somewhat. Why? Worse are the days when I miss my father and my brother, for they are never coming home. Right, oh, you mean, that she's still alive. Sure, okay, I can understand that. But I am as happy at Cliving as I can be. For real? Seriously? The Reeve is kind to me if distant. I think he blames himself for all the grief my family has endured. Oh, you're a moron. Oh, dear. Oh, Mildred didn't tell me you were so... Okay, I think he blames himself for all the grief my family has endured and wants to make amends for it. I am treated well. Oh, you're falling for that line? Holy cow, that's like the worst ever, right? Like to kill off your family on purpose and then be like, I would like to make amends. But holy cow. Lady, look at the view from the walls. There is just so much more going on here than at Elfingels. Well, that's certainly true. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, man. Boy, this is just one unsatisfactory quest chain after another in this town. Cliving's horrible. Oh, dear me. Okay. Well. Yeah. Oh, wait, hang on a second. Hang on a second. I forgot. Let's say, ooh, a new skill. Sacrifice. I am able to put yourself in harm's way and absorb all incoming damage. Protecting the steed while active. Oh, cool. Yeah, I like that. I'll keep my steed alive. That's nice. Right, but I need to what? Dismount and remount, right? I thought, hang on, did I not apply that? I think I didn't apply it. Oh. Yeah, okay, there we go. All right. Sorry, here we go. Oh, there it is. Where is it? It's on number 9? Okay, I'll try to remember that. Maybe I'm going to shift that. I'm going to shift that. I'll put that up here. Okay. All right, carry on. Let's get out of this town. I've had about enough of climbing. Whoa, hang on. No, go around the doors here. Carry on. You can do it. Okay. So where to first? Carry on. We've got the sketchy love quest. We've got... Yeah. Got the evacuation warnings. Okay, well, we've got some dude right here. All right. Norcross farmer with an orc right on your front lane.
What business have you with the Rohan?
Reeve Athelward intends to leave us unprotected if we do not flee. You can't fathom leaving your home abandoned, but you'll do so if it means safety. I'd make for cliving. I'd make for Edoras, dude. I really would. All right, man. Yeah. Make for Edoras. Don't go into cliving. Do not trust your Thane. That's my other message here. Yeah, he doesn't send anybody out to escort them to safety. He's just like, yeah, like this dude, right? I can't be bothered to, like, send a troop of riders even out here, right? Oh, honestly. I'm never going to stop being annoyed by this guy. How could they ever make it to Edoras safely? I don't know, man, but I still think they'd be safer there than they would be in cliving. Okay. Let's see. Let's head on up this way. Okay, so dwarf language. Why would the dwarves want to keep their language secret? So I don't know exactly. I mean, apart from so there are, all right, a couple things. One is that we know that, hang on a second. One is that we know that the dwarves are just generally very secretive, right? They don't like to share any information with anybody. So one sort of rationale for not one rationale for not wanting to teach anybody their language is just to, ensure. Oh, great. It's just to ensure secrecy, right? I mean, so if nobody even understands your language, then, you're unlikely to, they're unlikely to discover any secrets that you want to keep from them, right? So that's one thing. I hate it when they just, run away. Fine. Forget you. I don't care. You come back and, send me a postcard if you want to fight, coward. Oh, so you decide you do want some, huh? When they just, take off, it annoys me to death. Get over here. Man, so vexing. Ride around in circles like you're supposed to do. How hard is that? Okay, no. Well, I guess I might as well accept it since I am going to be attacking other mounted folks. Okay, all right. I am supposed to click on this. There we go. Oh, there it is. Little warning. Okay. Very good. Okay. Carry on down this way. Great. So one would just be to ensure general secrecy, right? If they don't know the language, it makes it harder for them to learn anything, even if they were to overhear you discussing things, right? So that's one reason to keep their language a secret. Another is that remember that there is definitely power in the Dwarvish language. The dwarves are interested in things like curses and the power they do. Oh, it's Raingar's fireman. They do seem to have, to carve runes and things on their weapons and stuff like that. So it is possible that one who knows their language would have a better chance of, copying their work, right? Stealing their secrets. So those are sort of the practical reasons that I can think of as to because it is unusual, right? We don't normally see people in races in Tolkien which just refuse to teach their language to anybody, right? It is a rather peculiar feature of the dwarves, but I think it's that unwillingness to share, that jealousy with which they protect their work and their secrets, which seems to be associated with it. Did the dwarves of Beleriand speak Khuzdul? I think so. Khuzdul was developed by Aule when he made the dwarves. It was an artificial language, and it was made by Aule. It was a separate language, and he taught it to all of the dwarf fathers. So yes, presumably, I mean, it might have been different dialects, but presumably it would have been. They would have learned it. Yeah, I think that's that seems. Yeah, and so that seems very likely. Now, clearly they would have learned Sindarin, and probably Quenya as well, because they were dealing not only with the Sindar. And the Noldor after the ban, but they would have been dealing with the Feanorians. So I assume they would have learned Quenya as well. JJ says Strider felt it was important to keep the hilt of the Morgul blade. Yeah, there were things written on the blade which Glorfindel could see, right? So that's not to say that he would have... And then obviously the Morgul blade, as you say, isn't the same kind of thing. But yes, like you can... Those who know how to do it can read the runes, and if you know the language, then like perhaps you could, glean from... a dwarvish artifact, the secrets of its crafting, and the dwarves would not want that. So those are the primary reasons, Rosie, that I think that it always made most sense to me to think of the dwarves wanting to maintain the secrecy of their language. Okay, Inhild, need not worry for me. Since I first gazed upon her in the market, I have been in love, and I will do anything to be near her. I refuse to leave for Edoras. Okay, look, dude, you could go to Cliving and be near your girlfriend. I must endure the orcs until I am able to prove to Inhild's father, Whitmon, that I am worthy of his daughter. The fence gates around my farm need to be secured. Each of my attempts to leave my farm, the orcs have harassed me and tried to ride me down. That's not good. Okay. Secure the fence, but remain vigilant of orc riders and their torment. All right. Happy to help. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Squirrel was asking, in the appendices we found that Sam, Rose, and their child went to Gondor in the Fourth Age for a year. Did we ever find out what they actually went to do there? Well, to attend the king, basically. I closed the gate, man. There you go. No problem. All right. A tormentor, huh? Well, let's do this, Mr. Tormentor. Oh, where are you? There you are. You went that way. Come on. Come on back. Come this way. Try not to aggro those guys over there. That would be annoying. Oh, there's your little friend. Oh man, see, look, I aggroed that guy over there. See what you did? See how annoying you are? Look, you're not fooling anyone, you know? Mr. White Hand Scout. Scouting for your ally, the Reeve Athelward. Come to deliver him some poison with which you poisoned your arrows. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, remember that, yeah, they were invited officially into his household. Eleanor was made a handmaiden of the queen. So, you know, so they were doubtless guests and visiting. It was a big, you know, sort of state occasion and everything. Do I think the King of Lessar returned to the Prancing Pony? No question. I mean, first of all, where else are you going to stay, right? But no question. I mean, he has to have stopped at the Prancing Pony. We're never told about that. But, I mean, not only did he come to visit the Shire, of course, on that memorable occasion, but he, you know, which is spoken of in the appendix. But we get I mean, he also goes back to, up to Fornost, right? And starts to rebuild the North Kingdom as well. So absolutely, there's no way he could possibly not go see Butterbur on the way back through, right? And that would have been a really fun meeting, I think. Yeah. Okay, let's see.
Dire.
Yeah, I dealt with the merciless brutes, no problem. Closed the gate. That was pretty tough, but I did it. Let's hope the orcs decide to relent their constant harassment now. That's right. Tell them not to come back. Your dispatch of the orc ruffians has given you a rather clever idea. Okay, you want to gain the respect of Inhild's father. There is a notorious Uruk thief that I have witnessed looting various trinkets and valuables from the abandoned farmsteads. Okay, track down this Uruk and separate him from his ill-gotten gains. Okay, man. Though claiming someone else's deeds for your own has a way of backfiring as a means of gaining approval. I can't help but think. Okay, so... where is he? Oh, he's down there? Fine. We'll do some other things first. There's another warning post here. Okay. You think he meant the gold more than the defeat of the looter? Maybe. But still, I mean, to just like pure bribery? Be like, hey, I got this. So he wants me to loot this looter and to use his and he's just going to like use the ill-gotten gains recovered from the plunderer in order to like bribe his prospective father-in-law. That does also not seem like a good plan. Okay. So I think, did I not talk to this guy? Apparently not. Hey man, bad news. Your Reeve's hopeless. Get out while you still can.
You with the Rohirrim?
Yeah, make haste for Edoras. That's what I would do too. I mean, there are orcs all over the place. It's true, but still. You'd be better off in Edoras than with this guy. Oh, there's an invader in the wheat field. And a bear in the driveway. Let's see. Where's the farmer? Hello? Oh, there you are. You and all of your children. What are we doing? Are you telling a story? Are you giving a stern lecture? The kids don't look like they're enjoying it. Giving the local kids a stern talking to?
Vision is dire.
Yeah, I can't understand why he refuses to send his riders either. Or rather, I can, and I don't like it. Keep your family safe, man, as far from cliving as you can. Just get out of this town. There's nothing good about cliving. Okay, yeah, let's keep heading out this way. Exactly. See, Phil, like, this is all you gotta do to dodge the mobs. You can dodge the mobs all the way to Edoras. No problem. Huh. There's an orc banner hanging in this farm. That can't be good. Is this one of the farms I'm supposed to talk to? No, it's not. Okay, let's see. I'll get another lower question. I'm on a roll. Let's see. Okay, Sam, you were asking before a question about the tale of the shipwrecked mariners. I'm forgetting it. I'm sure I've done it, But I'm forgetting. Somebody remind me of the tale of the shipwrecked mariners, because I'm forgetting the details of that quest line.
What brings you to these lands?
Let's see. Where are you going? Take shelter within the city, if you have to, man. Better than staying here where your reeve has sold you out. Ooh, there's a war band. Dahamab. Dahamab. Somebody tell me what Dahamab is. Is it like a warg or something? Are his ads archers is the primary thing I want to know about him. Let's see. So where am I going now? The wrong direction, chiefly. Ah, there's that banner. Okay. Okay, right. So hang on. So you guys, so there's a shipwrecked way up the Brandywine, and you will recover the cargo for them. All right, in Evendim. So the question was, it's a group of half-orcs? Okay. Archers or not archers? That's the main thing I want to know. I guess I could just go spy on them. I hate trying to click on... There we go. Yeah, so it's north of the Brandywine Bridge. Okay, right. So the question is, how did the ship get past the Brandywine Bridge? With some difficulty. So the Brandywine Bridge, in theory, has to be able to allow shipping underneath it. Yeah. The bridge that the hobbits have made in the game is well, though we talked about this a bit when I was in the Shire. The Brandywine Bridge does not have the look of a hobbit architecture. In fact, it looks older, which is really the problem, because it looks like it looks like it might predate a bunch of the Shire and, be part of the Dwarf Road instead, which of course makes sense. This is the old Dwarf Road. They're the ones who built the road, and they would need to cross the Brandywine, right? Egwinel suggests that the ship didn't make it under the bridge, and that's why it eventually was shipwrecked. Makes sense to me. Let's see. Okay, so I think I've finished all of those. I just have to gotta find that looter. Okay, he's over here. Then I can head back up regretfully into Cliving. Yeah, as it's constructed, it does seem like a bit of a loophole. I will admit. Whoa, look at all the corpses. Oh, no. Not the mounted orcs. Hang on a second. Let's, set as quest guide focus. Thank you. There we go. Oh, he's here? There he is. I haven't stabbed anyone from stealth yet today. Hi. Now, if I could burgle, if I could, like, pick his pockets and take his loot, that would be boss. But sadly, this is one of my dreams, by the way. I really wish that I could steal He carried no stolen valuables. Great. I kind of wish that I could pickpocket quest items. Yeah. Okay, you're right. So distract and reveal weakness. You're right. I really should use reveal weakness. Distract. Yeah. Okay. Distract. I would definitely need practice on. Uh-oh. Oh no. This is not looking good. Oh no. Did he frame his own death, or his cloak and his spear? Let's see what happened. Those dudes come back. Oh man. Why can't I click on the cloak? There we go. All right. Torn and stained with blood. Right. Those were all things that I noticed. Oh boy. This looks bad. This looks bad. Let's see. How do you pronounce your name? Jawahi? Yawahi? Not really sure. But anyway, has another lore question here. What is the nature of the fell beasts? Are they birds, dragon kind, or something else? The first one, Jawahi? Okay. All right. So thanks, Jawahi. It's a really good question. We are not given any, apart from the fact that it seems lizard-like, vaguely, we're not given any reason to connect it with dragons. I'm inclined to think it is of bird kind. It's clearly been warped. Okay, so the precedent for the fell beasts in the Silmarillion is Carcharoth the wolf. So we get a similar kind of origin story of the fell beast, the mount of the Witch King, and of Carcharoth the great wolf in the Silmarillion, where we're told that Morgoth took one of the brood, one of the pups of Draugluin, the werewolf, and fed it with his own hand on fell meat. So he takes it and he feeds it, and he invests some of his own spirit in it. So he puts forth his own power to grow and corrupt also Carcharoth, and he makes it into the greatest, most enormous, most malicious and powerful wolf in the history of the world. And we're told Tolkien uses very similar language. If you look at those two passages side by side, you'll see he uses very similar language to describe the fell beast when he's describing him in that paragraph when the Witch King comes in riding on it in the battle. So it's clear that Sauron this is not just a species, right? You don't find, there's no place in Middle-earth where fell beasts are living peacefully in their own native habitat. That doesn't happen. These are corrupted and developed by the power of Sauron. And the text suggests that birds are the prototype that he begins with. These are some kind of bird. So if anything, actually, the where the deer and the fell beasts play. Exactly. So the parallel, if there's a parallel, the creatures that he is parodying, right? That he's sort of countering with the fell beasts are the eagles, actually. But my suspicion as to what the fell beasts are meant to look like is more vulture-like. And the reason I say that is if you read the Treason of Isengard and the War of the Ring from the history of the Lord of the Rings and the history of Middle-earth series, we just finished recently working our way through those books in the Mythgard Academy, which you can watch if you would like. If you've never read the manuscript history of the Lord of the Rings, it's really fascinating. A little bit dry though, and some people get a little bit lost in it. So we did a chapter by chapter discussion of it on the Mythgard Academy on the Signum University YouTube channel, which you can find there for free. But anyway, point is, in the manuscripts, Tolkien did associate the Witch King with vultures. And in fact, originally the Fell Beast was the Witch King. Like, the Witch King could change its form and took the form of a giant vulture. So I suspect that vultures are what Tolkien was imagining. But he was imagining those without feathers, right? So he would start with like a giant vulture. He would make it into tremendous size. He got rid of the feathers because those were too pretty. Anyway, so that's all good stuff. Basically, that's the sense that I get of what Tolkien was imagining when he's describing the Fell Beast. So I do think they're based on birds, but they're not a natural species. They are, as I say, like this is straight out of Sauron's own personal R&D department, basically. Was that back when Sam was going to single-handedly take him out while delivering a snappy one-liner? Something like that. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I'm looking Ethelot at the yes, the winged horse. Yes, that's a terrible book cover, which has the Fell Beast as just a black winged horse. That is super lazy. Super lazy. And it's not even lazy in a fun and interesting way, like the purple emu covers, right? It's just bad lazy. It seems you've been helping him after all. That's her comment. I bring the slashed and bloody cloak of her lover, and she's like, "Oh, I see you've been helping him." This isn't what you wanted. You didn't send me to
aid the Rohirrim?
Bump him off, did you? Okay, I described the scene I witnessed. It cannot be true. Poor Rangar, my love. Why did he not flee? Oh, no. Now it is doubtful I will ever look upon him again. Take me to Rangar's farm so that I may bid him goodbye in person. Dude, he's not there. They ate his corpse. Or at least that's what it looks like. Okay. This all seems totally legit. I mean, naturally, you would want to grieve, right? His body... I mean, there was no body. It's true there was no body, but, you know, orcs, right? I mean, orcs gonna orcs, so... But, oh, are you upstairs, man? Minimap a little hard to follow when you're on the upper story. There you are. Hey, Huitman.
Our mission
Why are you putting obstacles in the path of true love, man? A worthless farm boy, a woman of her standing should be courted by a wealthy noble or a brave warrior? Okay, I shed no tears for Rangar. His fate is a result of his own foolish actions. Okay. I will grant Inhild my blessing to leave if it helps her to forget her silly affections. Okay. I'll keep her safe. What could go wrong? Okay. All right, Inhild. Before Father changes his mind. Okay. Let's go. Or we're just going to zip to the farm. Not going to mount up and ride with me, Inhild?
To the home of Rangar, offering her the chance to have closure regarding the death of the man she once loved.
Didn't find the body,
Our mission
Hild.
is dire.
Been a greater friend than I know. Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good. Rangar. Oh, she's going to call him back from the grave. It's like Jane Eyre. She going to call him back from the grave? Oh, how I miss you. Well, it's not quite Luthien's song before Mandos, but maybe it'll work. You can't believe it worked. Oh, sure.
Our mission is dire.
Uh-huh. Tell me how you used me. Oh, I love the horses following along. You devised a plan to feign your death. Okay. You needed an outsider to lend help. So you needed... Yeah. Uh-huh. Look, a little honesty would not be amiss. Speak with Hild and she will explain. Oh, will she?
What brings you to these lands?
My father cares for me, but he shares not my views of love. Oh boy, Rangar and I must depart together for safer lands. Tell my father that I've gone off with a rich and handsome rider from Edoras, whom we encountered on our return. He will miss me, but be happy for your good fortune. So you want me to lie to your dad now? Oh. Seriously? Seriously. No, I'm not going to lie to your dad. I mean, your dad seems to be a jerk. But if you had been honest with me, maybe I would have lied to your dad. But why should I? I mean, you've already run away. What's he going to do? Exactly. Come on now.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Okay. Oh man, I don't think I want any commemoration of this thing. Oh, hang on. Potentially useful bracelet, though. I don't know, I kind of like my bracelets. I'm not going to wear Rangar's stupid cloak. What does this hidden lover's robe look like? Oh, it's got the symbol of cliving on it? Forget it. I'm not going to wear that thing. Okay. Decision time. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Should I cut him some slack and cover for the young lovers? Or should I speak the truth to the father? I am inclined to speak the truth to the father. Because they used me. They weren't up front. That was not okay. I'm speaking the truth. You usually lie. Phil, I did do this before, but I can't remember what I did. I think I covered for them because I'm a sap. But, they've gone off. Is it going to hunt him down? And if he is, do they deserve it? I'm telling the truth.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Yep.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
It's intolerable. Yeah. That miserable crofter. You vow to find your daughter again someday and you'll have all this foolishness sorted out. Well, they deserve it. Oh, and we never come back to this story? That's a little disappointing. Yeah. There we go. I guess now we know who will fill the void after Sauron's fall. Okay. Alright, what's next? I gotta hand in... Oh. I gotta hand in quests to... Reeve Ethelward. Wait, who else am I supposed to talk to? Cuthred? Who's Cuthred? The captain of the guard. Oh, right. Oh, right. He went, after I talked to the disappointingly ditzy Siflad, and, like, I realize she's a teenager, but, like, being a teenager doesn't make you, like, morally obligated to be a fool. Wait, I thought Theodmar was the guard captain. Where's Cuthred? Huh. Let's see. I didn't even really admire your mead hall, Ethelward. I was so focused on what a jerk you are. Kind of like the green columns, though. It's nice because presumably you didn't build it. And the stone, right? This is the first stone mead hall we've seen. Yeah.
You have done well.
You shall do all in your power to keep quiet. Oh, shut up, Ethelward. Seriously.
Thank you for your help.
Okay. I still feel dirty having done any quests
I need
for
you
you.
to do this.
My father always said that a good leader serves not by sitting on his throne and giving orders. A great leader will lead his people by example. Poisoning your subjects? That's the example you're wanting to set? Your deeds speak of your great prowess. Accompany me. Oh, for real? I have to be his wingman now? Whoa, almost out of time. Actually, past out of time. So Druid's Fire, I'll go until 3. I'll finish up with Ethelward here. And let me know if that's okay. Okay, great. Count the number of orcs that fall. Okay. Yeah, let's see. They're all going to probably salute you when you ride out, aren't they, Ethelward?
I have taken to the battlefield, hoping to inspire and reassure my people. We fight together, and I wish to witness firsthand your ability in combat.
Okay. I'm going to let you tank.
You have done well.
I'm following you way behind. Okay, there you go. You're doing a great job, Ethelward. Can I complete my own investigation this way? Do I have to let him live? Oh, come on. Sure. Of course, he immediately lets everybody attack me. You are a bad tank. You're horrible. You should be ashamed of yourself. Oh, look, meanwhile, you're, like, fighting the weakest guy, the scout, all by yourself over here, huh? You are such a big man, Ethelward. None can match me in combat. Yeah, come over here and say that. Maybe when you start trying, you'll reclaim the Norcroft. Muster my determination? I'll muster my determination to sit here and watch them kill you. Oh no, the orcs are attacking. Whatever shall we do? Oh, look at him running back and forth between the two archers like an idiot. Oh, don't worry, I'll take this one out. You fight the other 4. You're doing a great job. Okay. Maybe they'll succeed in solving all of our problems for us. Oh, you just come over here trying to steal my kill? Hardly a challenge. Oh man, you're still alive. You're doing a terrible job. We've come far enough today. Okay. Oh, what? Oh, did you see the warning I posted on the post and then you decided to run away? That's it? We're running away now? Oh, no. Apparently not. Oh, good. We're being attacked again. I'm going to attack this guy over here. Let you fend for yourself. Oh, boy, he's dead already. Okay. I think he's wearing a hood. I don't think he dyed his hair for the occasion. Oh, goodness knows. He has enough time to dye his hair. He's so useless. Sitting around doing nothing. Coming here to show off. Athelward, even if you do succeed to show yourself to be a warrior, you're still manifestly a terrible strategist. The foe is surprising us? Where? More worthless scum? Okay. Yeah. So you're going to stay inside your walls and do nothing until you go out alone on foot and, as JJ is pointing out, barely even armored. Yeah. Let's see. You think he's trying to commit suicide? If only. Victory for the Norcrofts. Come over here and show me victory for the Norcrofts. What, have I been keeping score? I have been, and unfortunately you are still alive. So it's Justice 0, Horrible Reeve of the Norcrofts 1. Okay. Are we done? The threat has waned. Yeah.
You have done well.
In a short time, the orcs will have taken hold of the area again, and we will have to clear them out once more. For now, we must be content with having cleared the road for those seeking refuge. I see why some consider you to be such a gallant burglar. Yeah, I'll show you how gallant I am soon enough when I bring you to justice. Yeah, Phil, I was assuming that I would just fail the instance and have to do it again, which I really didn't want to do, if I let him die. So tempting as it was, I didn't think, if he died, I didn't think it would take.
Well.
Your presence may prove to be the deciding factor in the fate of my people. I can only hope so. Not to mention your own fate, Athelward.
I need your help.
The second eldest of my daughters has aspirations of becoming a shield maiden, following the reputation of her father as a great warrior. Well, or maybe she wants to be a good shield maiden. I've arranged for her to receive training. Great. Would I be willing to mentor her? Sure. I'm nothing against your daughter. She can't be half as much a jerk as you are. If you're able to assist her, speak with her trainer, Edwulf. Okay. No problem. Oh, but she's not even one of these. How many daughters does this guy have? He is a man with daughters. Okay. Talk to Edwulf. And talk to Cuthred, which I still don't know where he lives. Okay, but I think we're out of time. I just got the title The Gallant. Yeah, okay. But as it was conferred on me by Athelward, I wouldn't equip it. Maybe that's why he wants a fresh wife, no sons. Yeah, I'd believe that of him. Okay, all right. He probably drowns all the sons so that they can't succeed him. Yeah. No, JJ, he is not Mr. Bennett. Mr. Bennett is one of my very favorite characters in that book. So, no, I refuse to compare him to Mr. Bennett. Much more likely that he drowns his own son, like that guy, or sacrifices them to the others, or something like that. Anyway, awesome. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to go now and leave you to Druid's Fire here, who is up next. Thank you, Druid's Fire, for donating half an hour of your slot to me to help me make up for my technical difficulties at the beginning of the time. Glad you could all join me. Good to be back here with Gryfflet again. I will be back again next week. I should have a few weeks of Gryfflet in a row here until we get up into the holiday season. Anyway. See you guys again next week. Thanks, everybody. Bye now. Thanks for joining in on my rambles around Standing Stone's brilliant digital adaptation of Tolkien's world. If you enjoy these adventures, please consider supporting this and other entertaining educational programming by donating at signumuniversity.org/fund.